Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the 3 most effective mechanics to use in a game. And you know, it's not often, like, you know, this is more of a higher level thing, but you need to work on these mechanics if you want to get to GC2 and GC like 1 and 3. If you want to get to GC, these are the mechanics that you should have absolutely mastered. So we're going to get into the first, like, you know, we're going to go up in stages of difficulty, I would say. So the first one is the ceiling shot. This mechanic is so effective, and it's the best in terms of like an overall mechanic. It's so simple to do. You tend to not use that much boost to do it. It's brilliant. It's literally brilliant. And if you can have the time, you know, you've got a flip and you can beat the player. If you have to beat them, or you can just shoot, you can musty, you can go to the backboard if you want, you know, if you're feeling yourself, you know, just like that, just perfect pass to the backboard. You can do stuff like that, so it's just so effective. It gives you so many options, and yeah, it's just so easy to set up. It's really not hard to set up at all. You know, it's literally just a touch all in one motion. So you're coming up all in one motion, using your air roll, and then making sure you hold power slide on the ceiling to get a good recovery. And look at that, like you just have so many options with it. I think I've said that about 20 times. So yeah, that'll be the first one and probably the simplest. So the second mechanic I would recommend, you know, that's kind of going up a little bit of skill level, but is just the air dribble, but like the air drag, if you know what I mean. Like an air dribble is like, you know, like that, basically just dragging it into the net and kind of falling into the ball while getting rapid touches on it. It can change the course of the ball on their screen, on your opponent's screen. So if you're going like that, and it's just, you know, you've got to remember, like, that is going, probably doesn't even look like it's going in. If you get it right into the corner, like into their top corner, it probably doesn't even look like it's going in the net, to be honest. You know, if you get height on it, if you stay above it. Now this one takes a little bit of practice, you know, to get the perfect touches. This one is just harder because it comes through playing a little bit, you know. Like I know, because of how much I've played, like what touches to get to keep the ball up. At least most of the time, you know. I do sometimes mess it up, of course, but oh, that was such a bad, like, that wouldn't have went in a game, but I actually scored that while recording. That's rare for me. So yeah, the air drag, it's literally the air drag. It's you'll have seen it in freestyling if you watch freestyling. Like, and look, I've just forced that in through off the post because I'm hitting it at the angle, and it's just so effective, man. And the good thing about this is it's also relatively safe. You might use a bit more boost for this, right? But it's relatively safe because if you're actually truly staying behind the ball, right? If you're staying behind the ball, it's very hard for you to get countered off it. Like it's basically most of the time gonna get forced like into their corner. This is where your decision making can come in, and if you can see them challenging that, like, you know, if you can see that, like that one, for example, I shouldn't have continued that. This is where your decision making can come in and basically play a safe challenge. So if you can see that they're challenging, you can stay behind the ball and get a block on it. So it's so effective, man. And again, it takes a lot of practice to figure out, you know, to get these kind of instincts of the time, like, you know, when to do that and when not to do that. But yeah, that would be the second one. It's definitely ramped up in skill a little bit, I would say. So the most effective mechanic is the ground to air dribble. The reason this is so effective is there's just so many options with this. The only real drawback of this is that it requires a bit more boost and technical ability to be able to get it, you know, especially in game. It's definitely, in terms of effectiveness, it is so effective. If you're wanting to get really techie, you can go for the Zen shot as well. But I can try to set it up for you, but oh my god, mate, that was actually quite peak. What the hell? I can't lie, I wasn't expecting to actually score that. But yeah, like, look how many options it gives you. You can pop it past one player who's probably challenging you. You're sitting backboard ready with a flip. And as I said, this one is pretty high level. To be fair, it's it's not something that you'll be able to just do if you don't have the practice and the timing for stuff. But yeah, that I think this list is pretty fair. It goes in order. It kind of ramps up, it ramps up the difficulty quite well, I think. So that's what I would say the most effective mechanics are for ranked. There's drawbacks to all of them. Like for example, the ceiling shot is a bit too slow. Like if you are getting up the ranks, and people just chow you anyway, it can be a bit slow to set it up if you're not going really quickly to it, if you know what I mean. Like the air dribble is the most effective because it can be the safest if you know. That's what I was saying about staying behind the ball. If you know they're challenging, you can just stay behind the ball and there's literally no threat most of the time. It can obviously still go wrong, of course, as everything. And then obviously the ground to air dribble, it's very effective, man. You can just get a good height, get a flip or something, flip it in. I actually didn't even think I had my flip there. If you're diamond, the easiest one to go for is the ceiling shot. If you're like champ, the air dribble or the air drag, you should be able to kind of get that at that point. And obviously GC and above is the ground to air dribble, and they're all really good in their own way, man, and they all can work at any rank, of course. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think, if there's any mechanics that I missed. I mean, I could mention flip resets, but again, they're kind of too slow, to get them, and they can look cool. They're kind of cool to score. Just a normal flip reset off the wall is kind of pointless now, unless you're a lower rank and people are still struggle to defend it. At the rank that I'm at, which is GC GC3 right now, then it's just not that effective. But the lower ranks, they for sure can still work if you can manage to set it up right. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that it helped, and please leave in the comments what you think if there's anything I did miss. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.